You're watching Service Drive, exclusively on CBT News.
Hey everyone, Jim Fitzpatrick. Thanks so much for joining me on another edition of Service Drive right here at CBT News. Keeping service departments running smoothly has never been more important than it is right now. Of course, it's challenging as well. So on today, we are joined by Ryan Haskell, who is the Fixed Operations Director at Jeff Wyler Automotive Family, to talk about what's working in his service department right now and how his team is staying ahead of things. So thank you, Ryan, so much for joining us on the show. Very much appreciate it. So talk to us. How's business in your service department today?
Yeah. Jim, thanks for having me. Business is great. The current state of fixed operations actually transitioned into the revenue anchor for 2025.
Yeah.
So at the start of the year, we started looking at it, and we're expecting a 35 to 40% net profitability in service, while the other 60 to 65% was coming from variable operations. Mm-hmm. And that's just shifting more and more.
Yeah.
And as a smart operator, we're increasing our efforts to grow the retention and increase our process efficiency to make sure customers are still happy.
Yeah, that's great. And of course, you've got fueled by the fact that the average age of a car on the road now just continues to grow. I think it's 13 or 14 years now of cars on the road, and that helps your efforts as well. Certainly with tariffs out there and the concern that consumers have about buying new cars because of affordability, they're keeping their cars longer. So today's fixed ops departments really need to be running as efficient as they can, right?
Absolutely. And that's the process efficiency aspect of it. And that's why most of the best fixed operators are focusing on what their processes are and how they can improve them to make it easier for their team to sell and take care of their customers.
Sure. What's the biggest challenge you're seeing right now when it comes to fixed ops? Is it staffing, technology, parts supply? What does that look like?
Yeah, parts supply hasn't been as big of an issue. The technology that's coming along, the adoption of AI is obviously partly an issue just in getting your staff trained up and getting them knowing what to do with AI and how to use it correctly.
Yeah.
But I think our biggest shortage and biggest downfall still is technicians.
Yeah.
And it's just the demand outweighs the supply, right? We got the boomer generation that's starting to leave the industry. We have these younger technicians that are emerging.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, in COVID years, we had to pay some of these younger technicians an exorbitant amount of money just to join the team and get on board. And now we're kind of stuck in this area where we're paying these younger technicians, the same as we were paying 30-year master certified guys, but they know 50 to 60% less than they did.
Yeah, right.
So we're working on, right now, our focus on recruiting younger talent.
Okay.
We offer growth plans. We improve the shop culture by creating a team. We offer tool programs, et cetera, to really draw on the younger talent and get them to understand this is a career path for them.
Sure. Where do you find them? Where do you recruit them from? Is it high schools? Is it colleges? Where do you find tomorrow's technicians?
Yeah, so it's kind of everywhere. We are very involved in our high school programs in the area, as well as some of the trade schools that are around as well. But with the diminishing capacity at the trade schools, it makes it difficult to pull some of those students. So what we're doing, we are heavy on our job posts. We post weekly requisitions to make sure that people know we're always hiring. Mostly on the web. I've had some hits on Facebook and Instagram as well. We really try every avenue to hit every possible person that may be interested.
Sure. Are you doing, I talk to a lot of, especially Ford dealers, but I talk to a lot of dealers that have gotten into mobile service. Have you done that?
We are starting to get into it. So right now we're doing it for about once a week. We do it on Thursdays, which is typically our slow day in the shop. And I have a volunteer technician that's like, I'd love to do mobile service. We go out, we do small repairs, mostly recalls, and then very little maintenance, right? The goal is that we're getting some stuff done, but not creating a mess at the customer's house. There's very little setup and tear down that we have to do. tool truck set up, ready to go for the technician with Wi-Fi, computer. We're able to do our video inspections, everything like that at the customer's house.
Okay.
And honestly, Jim, that's where we're seeing a big hit on the retention aspect.
Yeah.
Those customers that were going out and doing their mobile service are coming back into the dealership and saying, hey, I need those tires you guys recommended, or those fluids you recommended.
Yeah.
They're really committed to come back to the dealership because we've given them something at this point.
Yeah, that's true. So do you see that growing? Do you think you'll have a lot more trucks on the road in the coming year?
Yeah, so our goal is to get up to running it full time, so Monday through Friday, and have a full-time technician and advisor handling that situation. If it was successful, we at the Wyler family, we have 34 dealerships. I think our goal would be to kind of get one at each of our dealerships and make sure we're targeting all the areas around to make sure we're taking care of all the customers. Yeah,
for sure. I talked to a lot of dealers. You mentioned it earlier about AI. They're using AI more and more in the operation of their fixed ops departments. Specifically in a lot of areas of making outbound calls and taking care of incoming calls for scheduling and things like that, but then also in other areas of the operation and fixed ops. Talk to us about that. Where specifically are you using AI and how is it working?
Yeah, so I like to say that AI reduces the cost of cognition as long as we're using it correctly, right?
Yeah.
So it can be really easy, and we've started implementing it in our inbound phone calls. So customers are calling in, they're actually getting, our AI's name is Avery, and they're talking to Avery and booking their service appointment. We found that customers like it. It's concise, it's consistent. We're getting the same message across every time. That you may not get with a normal person doing it, or, because people have bad days. AI never does.
That's right. That's right.
But it's amazing in terms of the helping book appointments and get that stuff going. We don't do any outbound calls just yet. But we do have, there's UVI out there, which is a great program. We have that at our Eastgate store. And it actually is checking over the vehicle and taking pictures and telling the customer what's wrong with it before we even get in the shop. So AI is definitely coming along. It's still got some work to do. It's still learning, but I think it's always learning. But we're definitely adopting it more and more in our service department. That's great.
And are the technicians videotaping the issues with the cars and emailing them, or I should say text messaging them to the customers? Are you doing that at your stores?
Yeah, I think that's part of our biggest retention as well, right? The technician videos were a no-brainer.
Yeah.
We started doing it. We built a process, and now the customers not only love the videos, but they view them, they're transparent, they're honest, right? We're showing them, not telling them. They're actually seeing what we're doing. So it's an amazing aspect. It's increased our upsells. It's increased our CSI scores. And it actually differentiated us from a lot of different dealerships and independents when customers are saying, I've never seen my car like that before. That was so cool. You guys did that. So just to get that experience and that reaction from the customer makes it all worth it.
Sure, sure. And I think it also lends greatly to keeping that customer coming back to your service department if they're getting that level of service, right? I mean, it would seem to me that if they're counting on that and saying, hey, when I bring my vehicle into Jeff Wyler, one of their dealerships, they actually send me a video about what the vehicle needs, or that's kind of a cool element, isn't it?
It is, and it's it's really apparent with our newer customers because we'll get a new customer that comes in for service and may not live near us but comes in for service and then goes somewhere else and they're like, man, that other dealership didn't take a video for me, and we're like, oh man, not everybody does it, and they're like, I thought it was standard with Honda.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they might think it's brand specific.
Exactly. Yeah. But we try to offer our customers a bunch of different convenient options. We have payment links. We have different revenue channels to reach out to customers. And we're really focused on our retention. We have our loyalty-based program and our Wyler Care, and drawing customers in for 3 oil changes and tire rotations back into the dealership, and just giving them that wow factor, that reason to come back, I think is what it really is.
Yeah. Do you guys sell tires at Jeff Wyler?
Do we sell tires? Man, we are the tire center of Coleraine Avenue. We meet or beat any competitor's pricing, and we actually do mountain balance with rotates for life of the tires.
Yeah.
Again, trying to retain those customers and get them back in here. You wouldn't believe how many customers say, no, I don't need a tire rotation. I go to tire discounters. And we're like, what? Like, no way. It's free there. So we said, why not offer that?
Now, a number of dealers have said to me that they actually don't make money on tires. They really make it on keeping that customer happy, bringing them back, as to your point, for retention, and that's where they make the money. Is it safe to say that's the same case with you guys, that tires don't generate a tremendous amount of profit?
Yeah, it's definitely one of those lost leaders that's meant to get customers back in the door.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the psychology is if you can have a customer come in and get tires at 50,000 miles, you have them for the next 50,000 miles.
Right. Right.
And then, you're getting the brakes, you're the 100,000 mile service, et cetera, et cetera. So
Yep.
For us to lose a little bit of money or make very little money on tires is totally worth it in the long run to get
Sure.
that customer back in the door.
So, I mean, I guess that was the testimonial right there. I was just going to say, what do you say to those dealers that are listening and says, we haven't gotten into the tire business yet? Because the people that I talk to, tell me that they don't make a lot of money on tires. Why would we do it? But I guess you just really answered that right there, is keeping that customer coming back.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're not doing the tires, that customer's going somewhere else and they're getting the brakes, the suspension, the what have you. And if they wow them like we do here at Jeff Wyler Honda Cool Rain, then you're not getting that customer back. They're ours for life. Right.
That's fantastic. As you sit here today, what are the things, if anything, that keep you up at night about running your fixed ops departments? Anything lurking around the corner that you say, we got to keep our eye on this?
I don't have anything off the top of my head. I think what keeps me up at night is figuring out how I can better improve the dealership, better improve the department.
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of great teammates and my service advisors and technicians. So
Sure.
I really stay up and I'm like, how can I make them better? What can I do different? TOs being our biggest thing, just turning over a decline to another customer, or to another advisor rather. But just little things in making every process better and improving everything along the way to make it easier for these guys.
That's great. So so let me back up here. So you're doing TOs to other advisors when somebody declines work?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely, yes.
That's
So anything
fantastic.
over $500, we say, hey, pass it off to another advisor, have another advisor call them and go over it with them.
I love
we're
it.
at about 8% right now that we're getting approval on. So
that is fantastic.
Better than zero.
That's great. A technique coming right out of variable ops, right?
Yes, sir. Exactly.
Next, you're gonna have you're gonna have a podium set up in fixed ops where you'll be desking deals. Here, go talk to this guy. It's a $1,000 job. That's funny. That's great though. That's great. That's thinking outside the box.
Thanks, Jim.
Yeah. Ryan Haskell, Fixed Ops Director at Jeff Wyler Automotive Family. Thank you so much for taking some time with us here at CBT News. I know our Fixed Ops directors that watch us every day and dealers will get a lot out of your time with us. So thank you.
Absolutely, Jim. Thanks for having me.
Thanks. Take care.
Thanks for watching Service Drive, exclusively on CBT News.